Hi everyone, this is Gaurav from Automation Hacks. In this video, we are going to look at Java 14 and what features were introduced as part of the language. So between Java 12 to 13, no new language features became part. They were mostly in preview, but in Java 14, we got one major enhancement to the switch statement within Java. So switch is a construct that has been part of the language for so long, right? And we always write it whenever we want a sort of branching logic. It's a replacement to a long chain of if else's, with adding a bit more readability. With Java 14, we got a major enhancement on how we can use a switch, and that makes it very much powerful. So let's take a look at a couple of examples for it. And here I have a simple example wherein I have a set of HTTP codes that are possible for any API to be called. So I have a set of integers and I create a set of, and I have listed some happy path sort of success messages, client errors, and server errors here. Now assume for any given HTTP code, I just want to return what type of error this is. Um, Assume that this is a hypothetical program. Please humor me. So I just write a simple enhanced for loop wherein I, for every code in this collection, I want to get a message and basically print it, right? One way that you could have implemented is a simple if else clause, which would have been very long, or you could have had a traditional switch. But with Java 14, we have a much more enhanced switch, right? So this is one major thing wherein like you can actually just specify multiple conditions that might match for a given variable into a single line. So here I just say instead of having individual cases for each of the HTTP code, I have a single case for all the success messages. So for 200, 201, 202, I want it to just return success. And notice one thing wherein I don't have an explicit return statement here. If I have only a single value that has to be returned, the switch statement will understand that. And to make sure that I capture that value, you see I have a string message here, right? So any value that is computed at the end, it will be returned. So with this switch statement, I am able to combine multiple conditions into one and then return a common output. Similarly, I can do it for the client side errors as well as the server side errors. And I also have a default clause. This is usually a good idea to future proof your code. So if there is an HTTP code that later on gets added, we want to make sure we return something friendlier. So I'm just calling it as unknown for now and essentially printing it. So let's just run this and see what gets printed. So as you can see, for each of the code, I print the corresponding error messages. So this is a simple way in which switch clause is now much more concise than before. Couple of things to note was while this feature was in preview state, Java had added a yield keyword. This was later on removed. So essentially, we don't need to write that explicit yield statement. Here I have the same thing. I just want to assert that, given a certain value, we are getting the expected value. So this is just a simple learning test, and you can see the test passes. And that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one.